So, guys, what do you call Santa when he stops moving?
I got nothing, man.
I don't
He would
know.
be Santa Paws. It's Sunday night, and we welcome you to the greatest DC Comics show on YouTube. You found Fanboys Live and the Retro Review. Thanks for joining us today. We want to say hello to special fanboy Tim the Comic Collector. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting.
Excused absence.
Let's say hello to Comic Fu 2814. Let's say hello to Tony Fett.
Oh, that's me.
Yep,
Hola,
you're pouring yourself
everybody.
a beverage. What you got there?
Nothing fancy. I'm just drinking some seltzer water.
Okay, some polar water.
Yeah. Nothing
Cool.
crazy.
Yeah. But this week we have a great special guest, someone that I've wanted on the show for quite some time, and I've had the pleasure of collaborating with him in the past. So it's great to have him back here. It's MrGretzky9966, my friend Matt. So welcome.
Hey.
You are one of the OG YouTubers, for those that don't know. You were kind of here and watched this community get built.
Yes, since 2010.
That's awesome.
I did not know that. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah. He's seen it all. So for those that
been there, done that.
For those that aren't familiar with you, tell us a little bit about you and your collecting and what your interests are and all the dirt that you've seen in the community since 2010.
Oh yeah, I've seen enough. I've seen people come, I've seen people go, I've seen some people do stuff that I don't even see it anymore. You know, people have done like different I guess you'd say like stuff with the computer that they've done, like graphic wise and stuff with their channels and different things that they've done that I don't see people doing what they did back in up till about 2000. I mean, these people came in around maybe 2011, 12, and were gone by like 2014. But a lot of these guys did a lot of different things. There's guys that come and go. They do different things. You don't see them as much anymore, some of the older guys, unless you happen to follow them, a lot of the older guys. But I mean, I follow most of them, so
we'll call them pioneers.
Yeah, basically, pioneers. I guess they would say, who was it? Captain Strangelife was the one who started doing videos, and everybody saw him doing videos on YouTube. I think he started around 2009, I think. And a lot of people saw him doing stuff and they were like, wow, he's doing videos about comics, you know, and old time comics. I'm talking Golden Age, Platinum Age, early Silver Age stuff, you know, old stuff that he had.
Wow.
And stuff. And he was showing that off and people just started following him. And then he got a following of a bunch of people started coming in around 2010, 11. That's when most of it started up. A lot of these handful of guys got together. You had like Great Legend Show. He started up around that time frame. And he was doing other stuff, I think, at the time. He was doing gaming at the time, he said, before he got into doing comics reviews and all the stuff he's done over the years. And we pioneered the online auction. We should have probably TM'd that. We probably should have got some money out of that.
A cut of every sale.
Yeah, because we're basically the pioneers that started doing that live auction thing way back when, 7-8 years ago, maybe 10 years ago. And now we've got out of it, but it's what people are doing now with Whatnot and all this other stuff. We're the people that started this stuff. We should have come up with that.
The pioneers, you were ahead of your game.
We'd be rich.
Yeah,
we would have been rich. I mean, come on. But
so,
we done that. We everything else, but collecting wise, as you see, jerseys.
Oh, yeah.
That's the newest jersey, one of my newer jerseys. and collecting Archie books, Action Comics are pretty much the two books that I actually collect right now.
Yeah, I was
Stuff
about
out
to
of
ask
that.
you what your passion collecting is, and your run of Action Comics. I think you should brag on for a second because it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I'm trying right now. I think it's at two. Let me see here. I think it's at like 270 something. I can't remember what's the actual issue number I start at, but that I have everything from that issue. I may have added something to it, but since then, let me see here. Actually 273 to the end.
Can you imagine that,
So
Tony? He starts with Action Comics 273 and goes forward in his collection. That's pretty impressive.
That's
Yep.
very impressive.
And then, yeah, and not mentioning, and then after 904, then it's the issue 1000. I didn't get any of the 52 issues.
Sure.
You should
I don't know why.
link up with Rob Wurst because his
Yeah.
Action Comics run starts at issue 7.
Wow.
Yeah.
And goes to current. So
Yeah.
he's got
Yeah.
quite a bit.
And then
Yeah.
I've got a bunch of them in between, but trying to collect like all the way down to like in the 220s, I think is somewhere right in there is where I'm trying to go with.
Yeah,
So
that's awesome. Plus, you are my
that's been-
go-to Archie person, as you mentioned. You're an Archie collector too, and I think that's
yeah.
awesome. I mean, Archie doesn't get the respect in the comic book community that it should, but I mean, who didn't have
No.
Archie comic books sometime in their collecting?
Oh yeah, because it's like I've got I don't know how many Archie books I have, but I've met people more on Instagram. I found more Instagram people than on YouTube people for Archie comics.
Okay.
And there's one guy that I follow. He's actually Archie. Archie Andrews is his go-to name.
Mm-hmm.
And he literally has 10,000 Archie books.
Wow.
And he's
Crazy.
completed Pep Comics. He just completed that not too long ago.
Yeah, and Pep is where
He
Archie
just got-
made his first appearance. So for
Yeah,
those that
made his
don't-
first
that don't
appearance.
know.
And I think he has every Pep comic before Archie and all the way through Archie. But their fault was Archie's to wonder why Archie would ever. It'd be like if Marvel decided we're going to get rid of our flagship book and never bring it back again. That's what Archie did. Archie said, "Oh, we got the 411. Oh yeah, Pep's done. We're done with you. We're just going to keep the Archie comic name and get rid of you." So they basically got rid of them, which I don't know. They don't know what they're doing now. It really, I think what they wanted to do was work off of the TV series. And I think that didn't work for them.
Sure.
Or to a point, it didn't really go the way they wanted. I guess they had Mark Waid writing some stuff, and then they got Chip Zdarsky, I think they got him to write a couple things, but it was one of those things where I don't think they had the money to keep it going. And 2020 killed everything for them, so they just went to one shots.
Yeah. So
Bringing people
Damien
in.
has a question for you. Do you have a favorite era of Archie?
Oh, probably not the newer, not anything 2000, not in the last 22 years.
Okay.
Nothing really
You like the vintage?
stands out there. So I probably would say more or less around like I think like the 60s Archie, right around the time when it was at its popularity. So late 60s or into the 70s.
Thanks, Dan.
So that would probably be my top Archie style.
Okay, cool.
It's a good one.
Well, let's say hello to some of the folks that are joining us in the live chat. If you're
Ah.
watching the rewind, we certainly do appreciate you, and we're excited that you're here for this week's Fanboys Live, our last one of 2022. But joining us is Damien, Sleepy Reader 666, otherwise known as Sad Vision. Look at that vision. That vision is just sad.
I know.
We have Super Russ 9000, a recent guest on our show, here in the chat with us. That's awesome. We have Christy joining us. I'm wondering if she's learned all the lyrics to the song Fist City yet. That's a good song.
Okay.
Carlito is here. Good to see you. He's saying hi to you too, Matt, and he's saying hi to me. He's not
Hey.
saying hi to Tony at all.
Oh, poor Tony.
Jedi Farce, no foo again. We're fooless. Luke is here. Luke, I appreciate so much. Always leaves such positive and supportive comments on my videos, and very thankful for him and the encouragement that I get from, I get a lot from this community, but especially Luke is a big cheerleader. So, and then look, we mentioned him and he shows up, the Great Legend Show.
Hey,
awesome. Yeah. Who else do we have joining? Oh, we have Dan, who was with us last week when we were doing the Wonder Woman Challenge of the Amazons board game. We didn't complete it, but I like to think that we won anyway.
Yeah, we would. Of course we did. Wonder Woman had the sword of something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Russ talking about that he used to like the Archie cartoons, but never kind of got into the comic books. Of course, Archie had records too. Great. I mean, who doesn't know Sugar Sugar?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He's had records. He's had many cartoons.
Yeah.
He's had comic books that were based off of the cartoon.
Yep.
Or maybe it was the opposite, the other way around.
James is here, so it's good to see you too. Kenneth Bird is here. Awesome to have you joining us. And criminally underrated show for sure. So we'll segue into a little bit now of the most recent DC Comics news. And I think Superman is kind of the focus of what I think is the big story of the week, right, Tony?
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know where to start. This huge 180 that DC and Warner Brothers pulled. They literally told Henry Cavill to make an announcement, "You're back as Superman."
Yep.
Not even 30 days later. Flip.
Yep.
Just kidding. Get out.
Goodbye.
And that's sad because more stuff is coming to light that his cameo from The Flash has been removed, along with Gal Gadot's cameo in the Flash movie.
Which makes a lot of people wonder if she's not the next to go.
And her cameo has also been removed from Shazam 2, Fury of the Gods. So
not happy about that.
Nope. I can tell you she's out too.
Yeah. But I know the director's gone from the Wonder Woman movie.
Patty Jenkins. Yeah, I think that was something else. The timing was just really poor, but it sounds like
in news for this week, Patty Jenkins has released a statement clarifying some things that were said that we even reported on last week in the news.
I missed the what'd she say? I missed it.
Well, essentially, she said that she didn't refuse to rewrite the story or make the story something they were looking for. The timing isn't working in her schedule of production of films. That's the problem. She said that she didn't refuse, that she wasn't saying it's my way or the highway. She's saying none of that stuff happened. So
it's good to be corrected, but I mean, it's a shame. I would rather have it made, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I'd rather have Gal Gadot stay as Wonder Woman. I'd rather have Henry Cavill be Superman. But
and
we're
gonna get Ben Affleck.
Nope, he's done too. His cameo from Blue Beetle has been removed.
But what about his? Well, what about his work in Aquaman?
He's also been removed from Aquaman, from what I understand.
Hello to Sarah.
Okay.
Hi, Sarah.
So
then who's replacing her then?
Who, Gal Gadot? Nobody.
No, Mara.
Oh, nobody, because I guarantee you Jason Momoa has done his Aquaman too.
They said it was releasing, because Aquaman's supposed to release next year.
Yep. They're all done. There's no more Black Adam either. He's done too.
Yeah.
It's all done.
Might as well be.
Yep.
And then we only have only Shazam is the only movie coming out next year. Then I think
Shazam, Flash, and Blue Beetle will all be out next year, but that's it. Like, those stories aren't going forward. And I wish they would have stayed away from making that kind of an announcement until those movies had come out, because now there's like, what's the point in seeing those movies if there's no continuation of the story?
the way that I see it, casting wasn't their problem. Their problem was bad stories.
Yes.
Or at least directors that can't bring the stories to fruition the way that they're supposed to be.
Yeah. So what is James Gunn going to do everything?
He's just the producer. He's just the producer. So
because he's writing a Superman story. That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard he's writing the story too, but I don't think that he's going to be the one behind the camera, or maybe he is. I don't know, but I'd be surprised because focusing on one story, or maybe this is just like the jumping off point. But oh yeah, I guarantee you, Margot Robbie's out too.
Oh yeah, wouldn't be surprised.
She's toast. Everybody, anyone that was even remotely affiliated with the Snyderverse is gone, including some people that were, in my opinion, underrated, like Viola Davis as Amanda Waller. She knocked it. That was a home run cast, and that's gone. It's just gone, and it's a shame. Yeah, just have Peter Jackson make the movies. Yeah, sure. Yeah, can you imagine a Peter Jackson Justice League trilogy? That
Ron Howard.
That would be fun. That would be fun. But yeah, sad day for Snyder fans. But maybe this is what we need. Yeah, I'm totally distraught. Maybe this is what we need. You know what I mean? Like we can use this jumping off point to correct some mistakes made in the DC universe in terms of movies.
Bring back Tim Burton.
Not a chance. Not a chance.
No, I don't think he wants to.
Not a chance. They initially announced that they canceled the Batman Beyond movie starring Michael Keaton, but now they said, well, maybe not that movie's getting canceled. So it's all speculation at this point.
So once again, it sounds like DC doesn't know what they're doing.
I wish I knew what the turnaround was. It was like the big Henry Cavill announcement to now didn't even really make it 30 days.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Of course, I think James Gunn said that he's got the entire slate ready, but we're not going to hear anything until the new year.
Which is okay.
Yeah.
That gives us something to look forward to.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it'll be better as long as, we have Clark Kent Superman, Bruce Wayne Batman, Diana Prince Wonder Woman. That's what needs to be the glue to hold it. And I think James Gunn did say that the Holy Trinity, and even David Zaslav, like that has to be the focus. That's got to be the glue that holds all this together, like Captain America and Iron Man and Marvel. Like, those got to like launch those movies going forward. So maybe this is good. I'm cautiously optimistic, but also sad at the same time. But whatever, because I thought those castings were great. I really did.
Mm-hmm.
Especially Gal Gadot. She was perfect. I thought she was
great
perfect.
casting.
Oh, a home run.
Yeah.
And I'd never even seen any of her work until she was Wonder Woman. Never even heard of her.
I had seen some of her work before. I thought she was good in that too. I just think she's just good. So
yeah, well, if she's good at other stuff, I can't imagine. Yeah, Batman Beyond for a long time. James Gunn can. Well, who knows? Maybe they'll bring that one back. They said they might.
Maybe James Gunn has something we don't know about.
Maybe it is on the thing. Wouldn't have been great though if they thought about doing a Batman Beyond movie, like say 5 years ago.
Oh yeah.
And Bruce Wayne was played by Kevin Conroy.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that have been great? Just a great way to end his career,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Old man Bruce Wayne.
Let's say yeehaw to yeehaw. Yeehaw.
What's up, Mike?
Yeehaw.
But yeah, that's sad. But who knows? Maybe this is the turning point. Like I said, maybe DC will overtake Marvel. I don't think that will happen.
No.
But now, like, I feel bad for like the people who played Blue Beetle. You know what I mean? Like the people that made that movie. It's like it's getting Batgirl treatment all over again. What's the point in seeing it? Like, it's over.
Because wasn't that supposed to be Booster Gold in that one?
I don't know, but Ben Affleck was supposed to also cameo in it.
Yeah.
As Bruce Wayne, not Batman.
Okay. But I heard he was directing something. From what I've heard was that Gunn told him that he wanted him to
that part.
Direct something. I don't know what it is, but they won't tell you. Maybe it's a Batman movie, maybe it's a Superman movie.
That would be cool because I think Ben Affleck's a great director. So maybe maybe he'll
better
get a
director
Batman
than an
movie.
actor. better director than an actor. All I gotta say.
Yeah, right. I think that's what everyone's upset about. They canceled Batman Beyond, which we didn't even really know was even on the slate until they announced the cancellation. Like, where did this come from? We only got the bad news.
By the way, for those that have been waiting to see the Black Adam movie, it is now streaming on HBO Max.
Oh yeah, I've seen the first 45 minutes of it.
I'm glad you
I
brought
gotta finish
that
the
up.
rest of it.
I'm glad you brought Black Adam. So it sounds like he's also out. There's no more Black Adam moving forward, which I gotta say, I predicted from the long run, Shazam and Black Adam would never meet.
No, you have said that.
What a shame.
Yeah, what a shame.
Huge missed opportunity.
Yeah,
because that was supposed to be what?
Can you imagine Christopher Nolan's Batman? Let's pretend his Batman run was the first ever Batman movie ever, and he gets this awesome movie, and you get this awesome Heath Ledger Joker movie over here, but they never do anything together. They're just their own.
Yeah,
and then they just stop. Like, come on.
I know Christopher Nolan. They should have.
Yeah, right. Rock unfollowed all their staff. You're right.
That's when DC should have jumped on the chance to do their combined universe. Was when they had Nolan doing his Batman, but they messed up and waited too long.
Yeah, but
after Marvel already took off and
it would have been tough to keep Christian Bale. He said he had no interest in being Batman anymore, so it would have been tough. But yeah, sad day for DC movies, that's for sure. But
yeah, just hire the Marvel people.
It all got flushed down the toilet, like literally overnight. All this happened, and I feel bad for The Rock because he put a lot of hope in everybody. You know what I mean? Like going forward, this is going to be epic and la 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 la.
Oh
like, nope. And he was like, the hierarchy of the DC universe is about to change. Well, he wasn't wrong.
No.
Yeah, he just didn't see that he was about to be removed from it.
Yeah. Sad, but that's a whole nother show.
Is there any other DC news going on outside of the movies?
Not really.
It's been pretty quiet.
Pretty quiet. It's the end of the year. They're holding all their big announcements to the end, or to next year, I mean. What can you do?
We're going to have a GoFundMe to put Russ in suspended animation. We're going to bring him back when there's a good DC movie worth seeing.
Cryogenically freeze. Yeah, Super Russ.
We're going to put him next to Walt Disney.
Phantom Zone. Let's stick him in the Phantom Zone. He'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll put him in the Phantom Zone.
Oh, yeah. 50 years from now.
Well, hopefully don't take that long.
Yeah. So we're going to segue into our retro review, and we're going to do a holiday-themed retro review this week. We've each picked our own holiday-themed retro review stories. So who wants to go first and tell us why they picked the story they did and retro review it?
I can go first.
Okay.
Let me get my screen up here.
So what story did you pick and why?
I picked Shazam Volume 1, Issue 11. Because let me bring this down a little bit to a more manageable size. So this is a Christmas story, or it takes place during Christmas, I guess. But this is Shazam and the world's mightiest dessert. I like it because it's really funny. It's really no other reason as to it takes place during Christmas, and I get a chuckle out of it. So Billy and his friend are in like a 50s style diner, and they're ordering burgers and fries and whatnot, and they make this wish on. They had like this ice cream, like this soft serve, and they're like, hey, that'd be cool if it was like a bottomless soft serve. And of course that happens, and you can see it start to explode, and pretty soon it covers the whole city, and he turns into Shazam, and he's using his speed of Mercury to try to eat this soft serve, but it ain't working. So he's telling everybody in the city, hey, free ice cream, everybody, let's go eat this ice cream. So the whole city's eating this ice cream, and he catches these thieves trying to steal Christmas gifts from stores. So he grabs these thieves and says, your punishment is you have to eat as much ice cream as you possibly can. And then he's like, listen, what if we just melt it? So he takes several trucks full of coal, goes to the city power plant, and uses his speed of mercury to like shovel in all this coal and makes it a heat wave, and it melts the ice cream. As a reward, he gets this, they call a hero sandwich, and it's as big as he is. And that's pretty cool. And that's the end. So a real quick Christmas story from Shazam. Came out in 1974.
I didn't even have a chance to hang up my Christmas stocking. That story went by so fast.
Yeah, it's quick. It's that issue 11 is full of like little shots like that.
All right, Matt, do you want to go next, or do you want me to go next?
I'll go.
Okay, tell us about the story you picked and why you picked this, and then we can retro review it.
I picked this one. Action Comics 762.
All right, Tony's going to bring up the assist for you.
Oh,
and is there any particular reason why you picked that outside of just the fact that it was Christmas?
What issue was it? Action Comics what?
762.
762.
I should have sent you a link, Tony, on that.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah, 762.
Let's see. Action Comics. Oh, right here. 762. Coming right up. Let's see. 65. There it is. 62. Okay, let me bring this down a little bit. Okay, I'm ready.
All right, take it away, Matt.
It was basically one of the few, probably because it's one of the few Christmas stories you get with Superman in the newer books. I don't think you get very many. I don't think I've seen very many, except for like go way, way, way back. You see Christmas stories or just covers and that kind of thing. But this is one of the few Christmas stories recently. So it's from 2000. So one of the better ones that you could get and everything. But it is basically the story is Superman, Clark Kent has to go to the mall to buy a gift for Lois. At the last minute, he forgets to get her a gift. So he ends up going and trying to find her a gift. And while he's there, he runs into a couple of bad guys. The demon, per se, has dressed up as Santa Claus. So he ends up having to get in a huge fight with him because he's doing some evil things. So he goes and changes into Superman, and they have a drag out. Most of it's a drag out fight between him and Superman for most of the issue. And then I forget the girl's, I forget what her name is. The girl, what is her name anyway? I always forget her name. The other girl that's the other like superhero type person that's in it. But I guess she's, what is her name? I don't even remember now.
I think it's up here.
Yeah, somewhere around there. She's in there because she's
I don't recall.
She's not really much in it. I think she's more at the end of the story. But then there's like a thing with like I don't think he's really like there. I forget what it is. Like I think he's there in spirit or something like that. Lex Luthor shows up in there, but he's not really like there in person per se. I think it's like a more of a dream thing that the demon has made him think that Luthor's there. And I guess Lois has to fight him a little bit. And then towards the end of the story, basically, he ends up going through like a dream sequence, and then gets knocked up to the moon near the planet, near the base that's up there, and he ends up running into Plastic Man and Green Lantern that are up there. So he ends up running into them, and I think they come and help a little bit, but not much with them in there. But he ends up, I guess, at the end giving the whatever her name is, that other girl that's in there, he ends up giving her his cape, and she ends up disappearing with it and taking it back because her brother is a huge Superman fan. So she ends up giving him that for Christmas, Superman's cape for Christmas. So pretty much, so decent story, more of a drag out fight type thing where I'll just knock you out, kind of deal.
So what did Lois end up getting for Christmas?
I don't even think he ever
a gift card.
I don't think he ever really. Let me see here. I can't remember what he gave her because it was something. I don't think he actually a book. I think it was a book.
Okay.
Some kind of book of some sort. A blinking tinsel. Can't remember what the book was. Store-bought present and their brides. I don't know. Clueless secrets inside.
What was your book there, Lasso?
Oh, you don't remember that? Which one I sent you?
Yeah,
you sent me one. Oh man, now I feel bad.
Yeah, she got some kind of book.
Oh yeah, okay, I see it.
I think people are going to realize why you blocked it out in a second.
You blocked out the book.
I think so too.
Yep.
Let me open this in a different browser. This one's goofy.
Okay. So for my pick, I wanted to pick something that I had never read before. And I thought, something a little bit more modern might be an easier read or a faster read. So that's the route I decided to go. And honestly, we don't feature as much of this character on Fanboys, although we talk about this character a lot. We
don't for a reason.
We don't talk about this character. Or
Harley
we don't
Quinn.
review this character a lot. But I chose Harley Quinn number 68. This is from volume 3. So great cover there where she says, "Sorry, Blitzen."
Why she only apologizes into one reindeer?
Yeah, after a great ad for Wonder Woman. We start the story. She's about to jump out of a plane, and she's talking about how her Thanksgiving sucked. She said it was a big old bag of rotten turkey nuts. But she's going to have herself a Merry Christmas for sure. So she's parachuting down. Her family bailed on her for Thanksgiving, but she's going to have an extravagant vacation. And she says, "Oh, my tinsel tulips, it's more joyful than I imagined." And we see that she is in California, and she has gone to the ultimate Christmas luxury resort experience. And she says, "Let's Christmas our asses off." So she enters this place where they are very into Christmas and have specific rules about how joyful you must be during the holiday season. Her new holiday name will be Holly Hunter, which is very jolly. She's getting shown around the place. She's told that David Chang is their Beast Feast chef. Their Christmas Carol director is Celine Dion, and their annual mural is by Jim Lee. And she says, "I totally know 2 of those 3 people." So she looks at the big Christmas tree that they have, and all of a sudden that sparks a flashback for her of her mother. And she's, that brings her way down. And the woman that's touring her around this area is like, "Are you okay? You're starting to break the rules. You're bringing things down." And she's like, "No, I'm good. I'm good." And then they introduce her to the intergalactic defender of giving and receiving. It's the Merch a Present Go, and then that flashes her back to when she received a toy of that from her mom for Christmas. So she keeps having all these flashbacks with her mother in between trying to stay in the Christmas spirit so she doesn't get kicked out of this place. And finally, of course, Harley snaps and she's had enough. Hey, back off. I told you I'm freaking jolly, as she takes the mallet and slams it down in some presents. And then, of course, the Nutcracker Squad responds to arrest her. Freeze, Grinch. Hands on your egg noggin. And she's like, Christmas cops? What do you guys do? Roast my chestnuts on an open fire? And then they start letting loose, and she's like, uh-oh. So she's retreating, but she swears that she's going to be nice. You know, she wants to sing Jingle Bells with Celine Dion. They tell her to stop in the name of the Yule log. And she hits some more presents with her mallet. She's causing some duress as she's running through this. And then all of a sudden, she's confronted by a ghost, a Christmas ghost, which she's been warned about, that if you see a Christmas ghost, report it immediately. And she's like, uh-oh. And the Christmas ghost grabs her and they disappear. So when she reappears, she's wondering, why can't she have a Merry Christmas? And she's telling herself to pull it together, to breathe. And then she says to the ghost, who are you? And the ghost is like, I'm a Christmas ghost, otherwise known as Kira, the unjolliest. And Kira explains to her how she kind of torments the people from this town and a little bit of her backstory. And she's asking Harley about her backstory and where her family is. She's asking her where her mother is. And Harley says that her mom is in doggy heaven. And and Kira says, well, her dad had died. And Harley's like, well, that's cool. And then she's like, oh, wait, I didn't mean that. I'm sorry for being inappropriate. And Kira talks about how her dad was a Santa there. She was born on Christmas Day and played a singing gumdrop as a kid, but he had an accident, and that's when she lost her Christmas cheer, and they shunned her for it. Apparently, her father had an accident when he was going down a chimney. And Harley bonds with Kira, and they kind of feel like two kindred souls, that they understand one another. She asks a little bit more about her father's accident, chimney and occupational hazard. And she's like, oh, you got a twisted sense of humor like me. And she's like, how dare those people reject us? And they've got to pay. We're going to have ourselves an outstanding, spectacular Christmas, but we need to do it before midnight. And they want to leave, and they're trying to figure out how they're going to get out of this town when they find the gingerbread van. So they hotwire the gingerbread van, but a mistletoe missile comes after them, slams into them, trying to stop them. And Harley's singing a little bit about Good King Wenceslas because she likes that song. And Kira's telling her, we got to go. We got to get out of here. Come on. And Harley kind of feels like it's hopeless. So she lays in the snow and makes a snow angel. And she's wondering, what if I never have a Merry Christmas again? And Kira tells her, don't be silly. You're going to let those money-grabbing elves get under your skin. And Harley's like, I mean it. I lost my joy. What if I never get it back? And Kira tells her, you can feel sadness and hope on the holidays. I give you permission, Peanut. And Harley, that kind of sparks something in Harley. And she's like, Mom, is that you? And Kira's like, no, dummy. It's me. And then she's like, oh, I really didn't think that was my mom. I mean, that's ridiculous. And I just thought maybe she's trying to backtalk her way out of that. And she realizes it's midnight and it's Christmas already. They didn't make it. And Harley says, Christmas is a bust. And Kira says, I could sing a song. I was a singing gumdrop after all. And she starts singing a thrill of hope. The weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morning. That makes Harley sad and start to cry. She says she's just fine. Just a beautiful song. So sue me. Kira throws a snowball at her and says, Merry Christmas, sucker. And they have a little bit of a snowball fight. And they decide, and they're just bonding here and having a good time. They really enjoy each other's company. And Harley realizes she's having a good Christmas after all. But she is a little bit cold. And all of a sudden, this flaming pine cone descends on them, which was intended to hit them, but sets this tree on fire and kind of gives Harley an idea. So she gets out her mallet and she starts swinging some fire back their way, which catches the big Christmas tree on fire inside of the town. And she says, I'm light as a feather. I'm happy as an angel. I'm as giddy as a drunken elf. A Merry Christmas to everybody. And the townspeople realize that Christmas is canceled. We jump forward 2 months, 2 weeks, 6 days, and 11 hours later, where Harley is in a locker room. She's talking about all the events that happened in California since that time. She got into a brawl in Bakersfield. She didn't start it, but she says she heckin' finished it. She climbed into a half dome in Yosemite and fought Union Busters in Fresno. And after that, she clocked a creep with a ceramic ashtray. And he burbled at me, "What are you, some kind of wrestling freak?" I can hear him chanting my name now. Can't you hear him? She is Harley the Queen, and she's a wrestler. And that's how the issue ends. So
very nice.
Yes. And Gore's here. Hi, Gore. How you doing? Thanks for stopping in. And Hoarder's Hide is here. Hi, Scott. Greetings to you as well. So I'll kind of score my story, and I'll ask the rest of you to do that too as we jump back. Out of 5, I'll give my story 3. I mean, there's some humor in it. It's definitely is no meat on this story. It's a filler issue. Mm-hmm. It's meant to it's just meant to be a holiday one-off issue. There's some fun moments in there too. It's all right. So I'm going to do 3 out of 5. The art was okay. The writing was okay. So
that was what? Was that Paul Motti in them?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Jimmy and Amanda. Yep.
Yeah.
So Matt, what are you going to grade your Action Comics story?
I would say probably about a 2.
A 2 out of 5. Okay. Yeah. And Tony, how about you? What are you going to grade your Shazam holiday story?
Full disclosure, totally biased because it's the Shazam issue. So take it whatever you want to. 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5. Okay, yeah. Awesome. So you guys in the chat, if you have a favorite holiday issue that you can recommend for anyone, I love it if you drop that into the chat. DC Comics actually has a pretty good stack of holiday themed issues throughout the years from Golden Age up to present. That would be cool. Also, we have some leftover time as we're going to make it to the hour mark. So if you have any questions for us too, this is our last Fanboys of the year. So
it's an AMA.
Weeks off. So feel free to throw some questions into the chat as well. We will be getting to a book show and talking about our channels in a little bit. I will let you know that I'm doing a Christmas-themed DC Comics back issue of the week as my YouTube short tomorrow. And it's one that actually involves Superman. It's a DC Comics Presents one with Superman. And you can learn more about this comic book and what happens in this issue when that short drops tomorrow on my channel. If for some reason you're not subscribed to Mr. Gretzky, there's a link to his YouTube channel in the description for this video. So please make sure to sub him up too. Russ don't have any Christmas comics. What's up with that?
Hey, you got to change that, man.
Yeah. Also, I will remind you too, a great holiday gift is Female Force Loretta Lynn. I'm a little biased in saying that, but it is available wherever you buy online comic books at. There's multiple covers for it as well, including a very cool chromium foil cover for this. So check that out and add that to your collection or add it as a gift. I've already known some folks that have reached out to me and said that they have bought it as a holiday gift for someone. So it's a very nice compliment to know.
Question for you about your book, Mr. Lasso. Have you ever just perused eBay?
I have, and I'm on there.
I see that, but I mean, like, have you just looked at some of the more scarce covers, what they're going for?
No, I haven't.
And not only what they're going for, where they're coming from.
No, I haven't. I should look. Have you looked?
I did.
Okay.
So prices, I mean, I don't know this niche, country music or tidal wave, so I can't really say that some of the prices are crazy. But for some reason, a lot of the different covers are coming from Australia.
Really?
Of all places, where it says
interesting.
Ships from Australia. I thought that too. Like, this is one, a very recent comic. How's it coming all the way from Australia already? You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's crazy.
So I know of, VV got one, and he's over He's not in Germany. He's in Austria. So Vivi's in Austria. He has one. Another one of our community members who is in, where is he at? He's in,
who is it?
Why am I blanking on everything right now? You put me on the spot and I blank on everything. Sweden has a copy of it, which they got on Amazon and arrived in like 2 days.
So it had to have been in Europe already.
Yeah,
There's no
it
way.
had to be.
Yeah.
There's
some in Australia. I can confirm that.
Yeah, there's some in Australia. There are some in Brazil that I know of, Mexico and Canada. That's not, I mean, that's still our continent. So
yeah, that's nuts though. Like how fast that book is spread.
Yeah.
And just out of curiosity, what is the big chaser cover? What is the
I would say it's the chromium
rare,
one, which
chromium
I
one?
actually have.
I was going to say, if you don't have one, like, come on.
No, I to my knowledge, I have a copy of every cover. To my knowledge.
That's exciting.
So the chromium is this.
Okay, so it's the chromium of the A cover. Okay.
Yeah, now the B cover is different. But this is the big chase one, I guess.
Interesting.
And there is a hardcover version of the B cover too. So
yeah, Magic Lasso, international author.
Yeah.
That's exciting. I still like this. That's so crazy. You know, I know you're at this weird spot, you know, in your life, but like you did something like people only can dream of. And you've already done it. You've already done it. And it's, I mean, I don't know about you, but like you're like, it's the further it gets, like, you know, the more you don't really think about it. Like, I'm just like, bro, like you made a comic book. I have it. You signed it. It's in my collection.
Yeah, I wrote something very aggressive on
you did. You did. When I first saw it, I didn't know what that was. But
have you listened to that song yet?
I have. I checked it out only once though, but it makes
okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
Hey, Jason's here, Southern Comic Geek. Good to see you. So, if I'm remembering correctly, the comic book that Jedi Farce is mentioning, that's the one that has Superman and Geoforce as Christmas ornaments, like they're about to fight each other on the cover. And that's a really cool issue. I am really into Batman and the Outsiders right now. And I'm working on finishing up my run. I don't have a lot to go, but I've ordered some that I'll be getting next year to add into my collection to fill in some holes. And I want to do, I know we recently did a Batman and the Outsiders retro review, but I want to do another one sometime in Q1.
Very cool. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. And Tony, I don't know if you could Google this for a second and bring that up for us. I've seen this image. It is amazing.
Power Girl cover by Warren.
Yeah, it's for Action 1051.
Oh, okay.
And I want to think it's an exclusive. I think it's an exclusive for.
Oh yeah.
Again. Have you seen it, Matt?
No, cover? I haven't.
Okay. It's very good.
As soon as it decides it wants to load, I can see a preview of it. Or you just want the action? Okay, here we go.
If you could share it so we could share it on the screen. Okay. That's not it.
That's not it. Okay.
No, that's the David one.
Oh, that's the David
Warren.
Oh yeah, that's right. Let's see. Warren Lau.
Yep.
How you pronounce his name?
Warren Lau.
Warren Lau. How do you spell it?
Louw, maybe?
Yeah,
there's an A in there.
Here we go. Power Girl.
Comic Mint. That's who has it. There you go. Wow. That's the trade dress, and then the Virgin is zoomed out a little bit. Yeah, click that one where it's got both of them side by side.
Yeah, this is as big as it gets, but you get the idea.
Yeah. Great covers.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
That's better than Adam Hughes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care for this cover down here, whatever this one is. This is the A cover.
Oh, yeah. Well, what is that?
Yeah,
that's supposed to be what? That's supposed to be all the Supermen?
Yeah, the current super people.
Yeah.
So is this blonde girl the new Supergirl?
She looks like Carol Danvers from Marvel.
Yeah,
yeah.
Right.
I mean, basically, yeah.
Rip Here's off. Bag of sevens. They're about as big as they get.
Is that Kent? Is that Jonathan Kent there?
Jonathan Kent and the Chinese Superman. Like he's from China. I forget what his name is.
Oh, he was in that. What was that book he was in? 50? Was he in the 52?
No, he DC Rebirth. He got his own Rebirth title. It's called New Superman.
Oh yeah. I remember that one. Yeah, because Legend loved that Chinese Superman book.
I hated it.
Yeah, he was all about that book.
I regret buying it, but anyway, that's cool. Oh, look, you can get a trade dress signed by Mr. Lau himself, CGC 9.6 or better for $135.
Tony doesn't even show her face; he just crops it right.
What are you talking about? Look at. I think her eyes are way out of proportion.
Yeah,
but I mean, whatever. I'm not saying it's bad cover.
Those are Princess Diana eyes.
Is she cockeyed there? Because she's got one eye going one way and one eye.
It'd be funny if she had two eyes going completely different directions. Like an amazing cover, but they screwed it up on purpose. So Philip Kennedy Johnson, Dan Jurgens, Suze Williams.
Wow, Dan Jurgens is back.
Yeah, Dan Jurgens needs to come back to some local cons. Man, these are some cool covers.
Oh yeah, because I haven't seen him since 13 or 14.
Very cool.
Yeah,
the last time I met him.
That's a cool cover.
It is.
I haven't picked up an Action Comics honestly in my whole life.
Okay. That might be one to get because it's reintroducing Power Girl.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen Action Comics, new ones, in a long time.
So, Matt, we're going to segue into our book show portion. Do you have a few things to show us and tell us about what you have? And tell us, are you doing any content for your channel coming up too?
Probably whenever I can figure out how to get the videos to load.
Okay.
With all the new stuff with the new computer and the phone, doing it on the phone and everything. So I'm going to try to learn how to do it on the computer so I can film on the computer at the same time.
All right.
Oh, that's the gist of trying to get something up, because I did videos, but the somehow phone updated and screwed up the phone thing of using the YouTube tool on the phone to load the videos. So I haven't been able to do that.
Okay.
But I'm trying to do it. But I got a couple of books here, and I got one I'm going to run and get in a minute, but I'll let you guys go. But I'll show these what I have right now. And I have Showcase Comics number 37.
Oh yeah, Metal Man. That's
very
awesome.
Cool. That's
first appearance.
First appearance. Very nice.
Then we have Metal Man the 38 issue of Metal Man.
Nice.
Second appearance. Then we have the third appearance.
Metal Man had a great DC Marvel crossover with Magneto.
Yeah.
It was kind of fun. That was a good read.
And then we have the fourth appearance.
So nice.
Which I love that cover there.
That is a good cover.
I had another copy of that, but I wanted it graded, so I ended up buying one graded. And I had another one that was in worse shape than that, but got it for $5.
Yeah.
But ended up picking this up instead. So
very nice. Of course, you were so kind and A-OK some Metal Man books earlier this year too, which I love. So, Metal Man are characters that we haven't spent a lot of time with on the Retro Review, and next year we really shouldn't have you back for that if you're game for it.
Yeah. Okay.
Awesome.
That would work, but I'll go run and grab that book.
Okay. While you're doing that, Tony, tell us what you have for us.
Shorts. It's funny. I was chatting with my cousins about YouTube stuff, and He was bragging how one of his videos got to like 1,000 views, but it took him like 6 weeks to get there.
Yeah, and you're like, hold my beer.
I was like, watch this, and I uploaded a short, and it hit over 1,000 views in 27 minutes. It was really funny, inside joke, but lots of shorts. I really enjoy doing the shorts just because I feel like I can get more creative with them and the way I edit them and just fill them. But for book show tonight, I happen to have a copy here of Shazam number 11 from 1974 from the story I read. It's in great shape. I'm still chasing the entire Shazam run. But my other book show here, I shared this in our chat. I just got to show everybody. It's super cool. I picked up the Big Bang Dark Crisis, and it's a foil cover, so bear with me.
Yeah.
I picked up for cover price, so $3.99 for the 1 in 25. So
nice.
I'll take that deal any day. But
yeah.
That's it for me.
All right, very cool. So while Matt's working on his other book that he wants to show, I'll let you know that on my channel, I dropped a comic book editions video this past week. Check it out. It's a little bit longer one, but there's some good stuff in the video, and I'd love for you to check that out. As I said, there's a back issue of the week short dropping tomorrow, a DC holiday themed one. I'm going to do a comic book editions live on Wednesday evening. I have an AOK from Comics for Thomas. So from Canada, a package has arrived. It's already here. So that will be coming on Tuesday. It will be 8:00 p.m. Eastern, 7:00 Central. You can check that out. And for a book show, I decided to stick with the holiday theme, and this was the 1999 DC Universe Holiday Bash.
Ooh.
This is their third one that they had done. So I just thought it was an interesting cover. It's the only one of the holiday bashes that I have in my collection.
Oh.
I really need to get the second holiday bash because I believe that has an original holiday Wonder Woman story in it that I don't have.
They do the same thing with New Year's Evil.
Oh, yeah.
On an annual basis.
Yeah.
Lots of original stories in them, too.
Cool. So, Matt, what did you go grab to show us?
Okay. I grabbed this because it is a cover swipe of Batman 27 that they did for Archie Comics.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
They had that out a couple months ago.
That's awesome.
The store up there that I normally get a bunch of these cover swipes from. Like the one I think I gave you with the Wonder Woman.
Yeah. So that's Stadium Comics, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Stadium Comics. Check them out. They have a lot of exclusive Archie stuff, and they do a lot of homages on their exclusive covers too. And
they'll pick anything. I mean, they've done that. That's I think that's the third one they've done from DC. The other one was the Flash cover. Forget the issue number. One. I don't remember what the number.
Flash of Two Worlds.
Yeah, Flash of Two Worlds. Yeah, they did that one. So they've had that one, the Wonder Woman one, and then this one.
Nice. That's very cool.
Not to mention they done the Batman 66 meets Archie or something like that.
Yep.
They've done that. They've done Betty and Veronica meets Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy.
Nice. That's an interesting combination.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. Holiday plans, guys? Anything lined up for the holidays? Any wishes for the new year?
Family stuff, like it is every year, but wishes for the next year. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking about expanding the office here. So
that's cool.
So instead of being able to touch this, wall to wall, but
you just got to find more red carpeting.
Yeah.
Because you're not getting rid of that red carpeting. That's a staple.
I'll tell you what. If I leave here, we'll cut up the carpet and we'll sell a square for $1, and we'll donate them all the bucks to charity. So maybe we'll do
awesome. You can get yourself some authentic Fanboys carpeting swag.
But that's probably my goal for next year. My collection goal is I'd really like to finish up some of these runs I've been chasing for a while, just because there's a lot I want to collect and I want to move on. But
how about you, Matt?
Oh, stuff.
probably finish up. Probably because I'm only going to. I think I'm only going to go to one con next year, one big con, and that's going to be Heroes Con in Charlotte. So I'm hoping there I can find a bunch of the Action Comics I'm missing, some of the Archie books. This year I missed out because I didn't get in line in time, but I missed out on seeing Walt Simonson again. So I wanted to see him again. And I wanted to get the Archie book he did signed. The one with Thor on the cover.
Oh, yeah.
So I wanted that one signed by him. I've already got a couple books signed by his wife. The last time they were in Raleigh, I had a couple of the books signed by her, and I had I think I had a Middleman signed by him and something else signed by him, a couple others signed by him. But I know I ended up wanting to get one of the books I'm trying to get signed by everybody that's still living, basically, is the Wedding of Superman.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And Lois. So I'm trying to get that wedding issue signed. I had one signed by her and got that sent off and authenticated by CBCS. So I have that in the collection. But I want to get one with everybody else on it. And I missed a couple people. Couldn't find them. He was so humongous at the place, trying to walk around and find the different people. I'm like, okay, who did I miss? Where's this guy? Where's that guy? And then I wanted to get the guy, the Long Halloween. I wanted to get that signed, but he ended up passing away.
Tim Sale.
Yeah, Sale passed away right before the con, so we missed out on that one. So getting that signed. So I just decided, So this year is going to be the goal of just seeing if there's anybody there that I can find, get them to sign it, get it taken care of, and then go and do some other, find those books I need, and that'd be it.
Awesome. Well, once again, if you're not subscribed to Mr. Gretzky9966's channel, there's a link in the description for this video. Please sub him up. One of the OGs of the entire YouTube comic book community, for sure. It was a pleasure having you on with us, Matt. Thank you. We look forward to having you back on and collaborating with us again in the future next year.
No problem.
Yeah. So on behalf of Tony Fett and myself and the Missing Fanboys, we thank you for watching every week, for your positive comments, your support, encouragement. We look forward to spending more time with you. We're going to take a few weeks hiatus off to enjoy the holidays ourselves, but we'll be back in full force in 2023, and we look forward to visiting with you then. Until the time that we get to do that, have yourself a fantastic week. Happy holidays, and we will see you soon. Take care.
Peace.